Les interviews du doc, c'est maintenant sur Vinyl Time.
C'est un grand plaisir. On va parler avec un très grand artiste suisse qui vient de sortir un nouvel album pas plus tard que le 22 novembre, bien Frontiers Recall. L'album s'appelle Crossfire et on a la chance d'avoir Marc Storace avec nous en direct.
Hey,
Hello Marc, nice to see you. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation. It's a great pleasure.
my
And
pleasure too.
to speak with a legend, I would like to say.
Thank you.
We are so old now, we can speak with a legend. So we speak with a legend of Switzerland, who is coming
Yeah.
a new record. So Mark, I'm pretty sure you are totally happy with the new bands and of course new songs who is coming with
Yeah.
Crossfire, because it's a
Definitely.
big one. Wow, congratulations.
Thank you very much. We're really happy, the band and I and Tommy, and I think, the record company is really behind it, and I'm happy to have a record company now. Because, for this album,
Yes.
that was the first solo album recorded during COVID, and it was a totally difficult situation, but it was a way to start my solo project. And now it feels like, going from night into daylight, with this and a new contract with Frontiers. So yeah, let's see where it's gonna take us.
Ah voilà, vous l'avez compris, on est très content d'avoir Marc avec nous. Alors, il vient de le dire, hein, ça a été très difficile de sortir le premier album qui s'appelle Live and Let Live, qui était vraiment un super album. Mais il n'avait pas, comme c'était par la période du Covid, très compliqué. Et là, il est de retour avec Crossfire de Frontiers Records. Voilà, il a un deal, il a beaucoup de belles choses. C'est un super album. Et puis, l'album est disponible maintenant partout depuis le 22 novembre via Frontiers. Hey, Marc, what a fantastic release. I was totally surprised because I know that you have a fantastic voice. You have written a lot of fantastic songs before, but I'm really surprised to see you coming back with a lot of energy, a lot of great songs in 2024. Where comes this energy from an old boy like you?
Well, I think I'm a very positive person, and I have a strong wife who cooks healthy food. That's already the basic of life. And we like to go out. We go out walking a lot. I, do a lot of stuff. I'm always busy, and I always try to do concerts and different projects. Sometimes not so rock and roll like
Yeah.
art on ice. In big productions and so on. But basically, I like to keep my voice alive and my vocal cords working, because as you grow older, then you start to lose control and so on. So yeah, and I feel blessed. I have to touch the wood, the table. 1, 2, 3.
Ah,
I'm
voilà.
I'm not so superstitious, but touch wood is always nice. I love wood.
Ah, voilà, vous l'avez compris. Alors, il touche du bois tout de suite, Marc, parce qu'effectivement, comme il le dit, moi, je suis très content parce que c'est un super album. Il y a de belles chansons et il a toujours sa belle voix, voilà, qu'on connaît depuis des années. Et puis, effectivement, là, le point positif, c'est qu'il aime bien manger, il fait attention. Un fantastique vinyle, voilà. On a vraiment du très bon avec Marc. Il est très en forme. Il est toujours aussi jeune et beau, en fait. Voilà, c'est ça l'histoire. And Mark, of course, yeah, we see a fantastic red vinyl right now who is coming. And by the way, Mark, I think you are pretty happy with this one because, as you said before, you released your first one during the COVID period, 2020. And now we coming back with a lot of friends helping you to release this new records. And you work with someone who is called Tommy Henriksen. Wow. I think
Mhm.
what is the alchemy between you, Tommy, and the rest of the band to create something? Because sometimes it's really difficult to put everything at the right place. But when we listen this Crossfire, I think you have a great alchemy all together. And I think it's reflected exactly where we are with your voice, your songs in 2024. What a great achievement, in fact, no?
Thank you. Well, the whole thing was a build-up, and I knew Tommy since about at least 10 years. And we bumped into each other at Rock the Ring Festival. He was playing with Alice Cooper, very busy guy, you know, working with Alice Cooper, Hollywood Vampires, and his own band, Crossbone Scully. And so after the gig, Storace band gave a really, really tough gig. And we had, for the first time, a big mosh pit in front of us. And then Tommy burst into the dressing room, you know, and say, "Hey, Storace, I wanna produce your next solo album," you know, and that's how it started.
Ok, bah, comme vous l'avez compris, voilà, alors il y a un très grand guitariste, producteur, là, il a joué partout. On a bien sûr parlé de Tommy Henriksen. Je voulais savoir comment ils avaient organisé ça. Alors, je rappelle Tommy Henriksen, Alice Cooper, Hollywood Vampire, Crossbone Scully. Voilà, il a vu Storace live. Il est rentré dans la pièce où était le groupe. Il a dit: Hey, Marc, je veux produire ton prochain album. Et voilà comment ils ont réussi à sortir ce fantastique album qui s'appelle Crossfire. Voilà, c'est incroyable. De retrouver Marc toujours aussi vivant. And Marc, before we speaking about the different songs that you have on Crossfire, we have just to speak a little bit, few words about the artwork made by Thomas Everhard, because it's look like a fantastic. I think it's clearly good, a pretty fantastic artwork with many fantastic songs and a good produce. It's it's like 100% sure when we buy this one, you are not lost. We see, we listen everything that is expected when we see this artwork. So where is coming to work with Thomas, and what is behind this fantastic artwork and Crossfire? Because it look like a little bit Rock the Block, no?
Yeah, the explosion in the back.
Yeah.
But that's the same artist.
Yeah, that. I know.
But the idea came from me.
Okay.
I had the idea. I've had this a long time. I actually wanted to do that with Krokus, to have this part. I'll try and show this one here.
Yeah.
That is, it symbolizes the good energy which came from many productions, a lot of work with a Maltese-born guy and the Swiss-born people, you know, and that means with Krokus and with Storace.
Yeah.
And of course, there's the American influence is also very big, especially on Crossfire, because without Tommy, I don't think we would have had the same great results. I must be honest. Tommy is such an inspired man. He's always so busy. He's always on the run, on the road, in the studio. You know, so his head is full of good ideas, and this is where when if we want to make a comparison with other producers that I've worked with, big names like Tom Allen, Bruce Fairbairn, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. I have actually had a great relationship with those guys, big producers, and you know. But it's really different when you're working with a guy who is also a musician. He goes through stage. He knows the life on the road, sleeping on the nightliner, working in a studio, learning the songs, you know, and then in the end playing to these huge audiences in these huge places. He knows that feeling. He knows what's good for Storace, you know, and in the end, he's 15 years younger than me, and he's a big Krokus fan. and he loves Storace, you know. He's a, hey, Storace, what a voice, you know. And this is coming from a guy who is also very talented, and he's also a great singer, I think.
You're right. Totally right. Ah, voilà, on parlait de ce fantastique artwork qui a été fait par Thomas. Voilà, derrière, alors, comme le dit Marc, en fait, c'est une idée qu'il avait. Ça rappelle un peu la période Krokus avec le Rock the Block, l'explosion. Mais on a en plus ce côté, ce petit logo qui fait moitié Krokus, moitié suisse. Et puis cet aigle au-dessus de ça, comme il le dit. Tout ce mélange, le travail de Tommy, la connaissance de la route, de ce que veut un artiste et la belle qualité qu'on retrouve sur cet artwork, et ben, ça fait que on a un très très bon album et on passe un très très bon moment en fait avec ce disque qui est vraiment fantastique. And Mark, of course, we have to speak about one song we really appreciate, but a lot of people right now. It's called "Rock This City," and I think this is a pure energy. And we have a lot of people who said, "Yeah, I think this one would be a great one, and I would like to see this one on stage."
Definitely, and we're gonna play. We've played this already on stage.
Yeah.
And Tommy played with us. We had this big concert in the French-speaking part of Switzerland, Sion,
Yeah.
and we had guests. You know, we like having guests. You know, Ryan Roxy from Alice Cooper, and you know, also a great lead guitar player, and Tommy Henriksen. You know, it was so nice to have them on stage with us. We also had Ronnie Romero singing stuff with us, and it was a really great concert. And you can see the energy there. And we played "Rock This City." We played "We All Need the Money." So far, and now we have 3 concerts until Christmas. And then we break up for some holidays. And we're gonna play also "Screaming Demon," you know.
Yeah.
This is a great song, a great opener. It's almost like, you know, it's gonna be the opener for 2025, but we want to play it now, so we give it a good test and enjoy playing it. We can't wait.
We cannot wait, yes. Ah, voilà, vous l'avez compris. Alors, comme il le dit, Marc, ils ont joué. Alors, il y a une chanson qui est super bien, voilà, qui s'appelle, voilà, il s'appelle "Rock This City" parce que pour le coup, effectivement, quand on voit Marc jouer, ben, on a envie qu'il soit là avec ce titre. Et comme il l'a dit, ils ont joué sur la partie française de la Suisse, qui est à Sion. Voilà, ni plus ni moins. Et puis ils ont pu jouer avec Ryan Roxy. Voilà, c'est du très grand avec Ronnie Romero. Et ils se sont pris plaisir à jouer "Rock This City". Et ils mettront certainement en plus de la chanson qui s'appelle "We All Need the Money". On veut tous de l'argent, il n'y a pas de problème. Et ils ont rajouté "Screaming Demon" qui viendra certainement en plus à ces titres. Et bah, moi, j'ai hâte de voir Storace live avec ses grands titres sur scène. C'est vraiment du très très bon. And Mark, one question regarding this, of course, Crossfire with coming from France. Yes, it's the 22 of November, 12 songs. And of course, we have one which is called Adrenaline. What is your adrenaline right now in 2024 when you sing a lot of songs on stage? Because it's really, you are an expert, I would like to say, on stage with Krokus and with many more projects. But do you have the same adrenaline with coming when you have to go on stage and see a lot of faces? In front of you.
Oh yeah, I mean, after all these decades, you know, I don't say after all these years, after so many decades,
after all these weeks,
I still get nervous. Can you believe it? And you know, what I hate most is if I get a blackout, you know, and like forget the lyrics and stuff like that, or mess up the arrangement. I'm only human, and it's the same like the rest of the band. So. But I really do get adrenaline. That's really that's when I get fired up. And what I always said already back in the 80s. When I go on stage, it's the same today. When I go on stage, I feel like, you know, one of these guys on a Bronco, you know, in the Western, yeehaw, you know, and you try to stay on the bull, you know, there's all this power which comes into your body from all the adrenaline and the circulation and the coffee and the white wine and a little bit of grappa, you know, plus the excitement of being with colleagues on stage having fun, you know. It's just crazy. It really, it's, you know, and after a concert, I can't just go to sleep. I stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning, you know. That's how it is.
Ah, voilà, comme il le dit, I like the grappa rules. We have to around the grappa rules. But, ouais, comme le dit Marc, il est toujours, voilà, il y a un morceau qui s'appelle Adrenaline, qui est un super Adrenaline, qui est un super morceau avec un super riff de Anna. Et je lui demandais, est-ce qu'il avait toujours cette adrénaline, ce stress avant d'aller sur scène avec ses amis? Bah oui, il dit, j'ai toujours le stress après quelques semaines de présence partout. Il est toujours aussi stressé, mais il prend beaucoup de plaisir avec les gens avec qui il joue. Et puis, comme il le dit après, bah, c'est bien aussi quand on sort de scène de se détendre et de parler beaucoup avec les autres groupes. Marc, maybe one thing with around your music. What do you think about the Switzerland energy for all the bands that we have right now? Because we have a lot of bands coming since many years right now from Switzerland who play hard rock, like Krokus, you, Gotus, Gotthard, Sideburn, and many other. Why this country?
Chakra, China.
Chakra, yeah, Chakra. And really,
Yeah,
I see Chakra in a couple of weeks now. So, yeah, where is coming this strange energy about hard rock coming from Switzerland? We have so many good bands. It's crazy.
yeah, but I think, you know, the human being kind of is inspired by good examples. And Switzerland is a country. I was really impressed when I first came here from London way back in 19, when was that? 71, I think. And at the amount of foreign bands, big names that stop in Switzerland each time they do a European tour. And this naturally influences the young musicians. I want to play in a band, you know, and everybody gives it a try, and some of them fall by the wayside and they give up or whatever. They go for a real job,
Yes.
and the others manage to survive, you know, and keep going up. You go through a lot of ups and downs, you know, when you're trying to be a professional musician. It's not easy. The start is the most difficult part.
Bah voilà, alors je posais la question à Marc sur son approche de ce qui se passe en Suisse, parce que depuis des années, il y a plein de groupes, hein, on en a nommé plein, vous avez compris, Krokus, Gotthard, Chakra, Sideburn, voilà, il y en a plein qui sortent dans le hard rock avec, dans ce style-là qu'on apprécie. Bah, comme il le dit, il y a plein de choses qui ont bougé, il y a plein de groupes qui sont arrivés, il y a plein de groupes qui ont voulu monter, qui ont eu bah, des plus ou moins carrières, et effectivement, c'est la Suisse. Voilà, c'est la Suisse. Mark, two questions before we ending. Of course, I like your music before with Krokus. I like your music now with Storace. How do you manage right now these two different life with the past with Krokus? Maybe because Krokus is turning a little bit, but you have so many albums, so many songs with Krokus, and now you're coming back like you're a young guys playing with a lot of new bands, or maybe something like this. So, how you see your futures right now? Because as you know, Krokus is a little bit alive. Storace is coming back more and more. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people wants to listen some Storace, but he wants to listen some Krokus songs. So it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
because you have a lot of songs right now.
Yeah, yeah, well, exactly. That's also always a problem, what songs to play on the set list, you know. But I enjoy doing Krokus. I'm happy that the band is not gone, you know,
Mm.
because the fans would be disappointed. You know, the fans still love Krokus, and now the fans are also loving Storace, and all the journalists and people I talk with are really enthusiastic about Crossfire. And so we're going to go out and hopefully get a lot of concerts. And I managed to balance it out because I have good people behind me
Yeah,
who you know, let's talk about Patrick Abbey, our drummer,
yeah. For example,
who
with
I
playing a lot.
know that Patrick Abbey and Dominic Fave, they joined Krokus to do the Rock the Block album. I have a big poster there of Rock the Block. That's why I keep looking there. And they are really great guys in the studio. They have good ideas. Patrick did 15 years of working with BMG Ariola as a promo
Yeah,
guy. And so, you know, there's a lot of professionalism. And then you have Emmy Meyer, who is like an incredible bass player, and you know, she looks like a real tough woman on stage, but
yeah.
she's enjoying it, and she has a big heart, you know. She's really nice, and I've known her also at least one decade touring together in Das Zelt, you know, rock circus. And now here comes the new one. Serge Christen, the new lead guitarist, I had in the very first Marc Storace band, which didn't last long for different reasons. And with him, we played a couple of incredible gigs, and one of them was in Lausanne as special guests from Johnny Holiday. And so it was amazing. So for the first time, I saw this big French rock and roll idol entertaining 14,000 people. You know, it was like amazing. And well, going back to the Live and Let Live album, the the guitar player who has been in the band since the past 3 years, Turi Vicky, I have to say thanks a lot to him for all the work he invested in the band. And he decided for private reasons, he couldn't do it anymore. And that's his business. And you're going to see him playing. Well, he's already playing on the We All Need the Money video together with Tommy and also Serge Christen. And after Crossfire, Frontiers are really, I'm so thankful. They're going to re-release the Storace album, the first one, together with a bonus album in there, a bonus CD, which consists of live. It's all live
Okay.
with Turi playing, you know, the other guitar player.
Ah, it's
So
great.
things are going well, and
Bah,
it's
voilà.
it's a matter of organizing the agenda, you know.
Yes, you're right. Bah voilà, comme le dit Marc, alors bah oui, effectivement, on est très content de revoir, d'entendre Marc, de pouvoir effectuer Marc live avec Storace et avec du Krokus, bien sûr, parce qu'il doit faire aussi une setlist en essayant de trouver les bons morceaux. Il a un grand groupe avec lui, les amis, hein. N'oubliez pas ça, parce que effectivement, il y a Dominique Favez, le guitare rythmique, et Pat Abbaye, qu'on a vu il n'y a pas très longtemps avec Gotus, qui tournent avec lui, qui sont des très grands professionnels et qui jouent très très bien de la musique. Il y a Amy Mayer à la basse, qui fait un travail incroyable. Et il y a le nouveau guitariste qui s'appelle Serge Christen, qui a rejoint le groupe depuis peu, qui vient en plus travailler sur cet excellent album Cet excellent album s'appelle Crossfire, qui est disponible depuis le 22 novembre. Et en plus, la bonne nouvelle, c'est que le premier album de Marc va ressortir chez Frontiers avec des bonus live. Donc, on se fera un grand plaisir de réécouter tous ces bons titres dans l'album et en plus des lives. Donc, on fera vraiment plaisir. Marc, before we ending, it's again, I really appreciate to speak with you in 2024 after 2020 because we speak all together at Miami just before the lockdown. So I hope after that I speak with you, we have no lockdown after the meeting. Huh?
Let's hope not. One person I forgot to mention, it's very, very important.
Yeah.
This is the guy, he's a wizard of the studio. He's Matt Lange's engineer,
Yeah.
Ole Romo.
Ole Romo, yeah.
And he produced this album, and it's amazing. When I first put it on, the master, I was like, whoa, amazing. What he made those songs sound like. It's just magic, pure magic. And he's a well-known person, you know, in the engineer world, a superstar. And we all know the legendary Matt Lange. And so there's a bit of that magic on the album, which I'm very thankful for, you know, great. And of course, Tommy Henriksen organized everything, you know, he's got all the contacts and all the good ideas. And yeah, great. It was really great.
Ben voilà, comme le dit Marc, là, il remercie tout le monde. Il remercie aussi, on n'en a pas parlé, le travail de Ole Romo, qui a été beaucoup influencé par Mutlang. Et comme le dit Marc, ça fait un très très bon travail. Le tout généré, mixé par des bons titres, mais surtout par Tommy Henriksen, qui a mis sa patte partout, qui a les contacts, qui a fait quelque chose. Voilà, cet album, il est fantastique. Les amis, il faut l'écouter. C'est un des meilleurs albums de 2024. Il s'appelle Crossfire. Voilà. On a la chance, la joie et la bonne humeur d'avoir eu avec nous cet après-midi Marc Storace. J'espère qu'on va le voir bientôt en France. On va lui poser une petite question en français, histoire de le taquiner. So Marc, I know that you are totally fluent in French, so I would like to see you in France. So maybe you can answer in French.
Oh, you know,
Call me.
mais oui, j'espère.
Thank you so much, Marc. Do you have some words for the listener who discover this new record, Crossfire? It's your flow. You can share what you want to the listener of Vinyl Time.
Well, it's a hot album, and it takes me back in my head to the best days with Krokus, or listening to the best AC/DC songs, and also I'm a little bit of a Def Leppard fan. My favorite album is Pyromania, and we had the biggest tour with those guys when the Krokus album Headhunter was number 25 in the American Billboard charts, and I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy that after lockdown and the first album that we now have the Crossfire, and the eagle will carry us to freedom.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Marc. Maybe we can listen right now. Rock this city.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.